We still don't know where Jimmy Garoppolo will throw passes next season, but now we know when. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport says the Niners quarterback is expected to be fully cleared to play by mid-August following surgery on his right shoulder. Rappaport adds any trade of Jimmy G likely won't happen until then. Meantime, the Jets and Falcons among 8 teams to have rookies report to training camp Tuesday, and they both got key draft picks under contract just in time. Jets signed second-round running back Breece Hall, while the Falcons inked quarterback Desmond Ridder, also a second-round pick. And Rob Gronkowski insists he really is done with football, but his girlfriend isn't so sure. Camille Kostick tells Sports Illustrated she doesn't think Gronk's current retirement is, quote, the forever one, adding that she feels like Gronkowski and Tom Brady are having fun going back and forth from retirement. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you.
Paid for by NHTSA.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt. One of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold. The deadline fast approaching. But a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXO El Centro, California. Good day. I mentioned somewhere along the way it's a Wednesday, 20th day of July, 2022. Coming up, we've got to look at world and California news, local news, sports, financial news, a visit with the mayor of Brawley, Sam Couchman. He'll update what happened at the Brawley City Council meeting last evening. And what else? We'll go in depth with the weather. Yeah, by that I mean, we'll give you a few of the details that have been passed along to me from a meteorologist who actually knows what he's talking about. Yeah, which is refreshing. And we're going to get started a little bit early with the news because, we got so much. And we want to get it all in for you. Before we do, we've got birthdays to celebrate. Looking at our big shot birthdays, John Lodge plays bass for the Moody Blues, 79. Singer Kim Carnes, 77. Carlos Santana, 75. J.J. French of Twisted Sister is 70. Actor Donna Dixon is 65. Other birthdays, actor Reed Diamond is 55. Actor Josh Holloway, 53. Actor Sandra Oh, 51. Actor Omar Epps, 49. Actor Simon Rex, 48. Actor Judy Greer, 47. Actor Charlie Korsmo is 44. Model Giselle Bundchen, 42. Actor Percy Daggs is 40. Actor John Francis Daly, he is 37. Not to be confused with John Cameron Swayze. You remember him. Okay, and actor Billy Bruno is 26. Local birthdays coming up.
Join Grocery Outlet this July in their annual Independence from Hunger Drive. Give 5, get 5. Donate $5 and get a coupon for $5 to use later. All proceeds will be distributed directly to local food agencies, including St. Mary's Catholic Church. Visit your local grocery outlet to support your community.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Melissa Peralta, Jose Lopez, Amanda Parra, Emma Ross Flores, Jared Davis, Oscar Pesquera, Jorge Vargas, Ann Northcutt, Josie Espinoza, Marco Moreno, Sally DeVoy, Michelle Quesada, Evelyn Quesada, Marvel Sasta, Dan Edwards, Matt Blevins, Lisa Garcia, Carmen De La Rosa, Doris Mixon, Henry Cordero, Jack Fisher, Rosa Maria Zapata, and Gina Brister Snow. Happy birthday from KXO. And what's going on? A new study in the Journal of Neuroscience used an experiment with mice to investigate adaptive behavior in decision-making and how reward expectations are affected by differences in internal representations. You got that? I'm not sure what all that means, but hey, one thing's for sure. It's July, and in the Imperial Valley, it's hot. Let's check in with a look at news. We're going to jump in right now with a look at World and California news headlines. Brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. Jayland Walker would have turned 26 today, and his family is asking for a federal civil rights investigation into his death at the hands of Akron, Ohio police. The NAACP's Judy Hill.
There is no justification for 90 bullets. There's no justification for killing someone for a traffic stop.
Officers began firing 40 seconds into a chase after they tried to pull Walker over for equipment violations last month. President Biden focuses on climate change with extreme heat alerts posted in 28 states today. This man's in Philly, where it could hit 97 degrees.
It's really difficult, tough to breathe. The humidity so thick.
Home sales still in slowdown mode. The National Association of Realtors says sales of existing homes fell for the 5th month in a row. They were down by 5.4% in June as higher mortgage rates kicked in and prices kept climbing. New median, a record $416,000. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news: family members demanding answers after new video shows San Bernardino police officers fatally shooting an armed man as he ran away from them in a parking lot. 23-year-old Rob Adams was accused in an illegal gambling operation. His mother was on the phone with him during the incident.
We were on the phone and then he looked and it was an unmarked car, and he looked up and they told him to freeze. And when they had guns on him, so it scared him, and he turned and he just took off running for his life, and they just started shooting him. They gunned him down.
Police say Adams failed to comply with their commands and continued to hold his gun as he tried to duck between two parked cars. San Francisco DA Brooke Jenkins has asked the state attorney general to take over a case involving the brother of Mayor London Breed. He wants his prison sentence for armed robbery and the death of the getaway car driver reduced.
Ethically, I would prefer not to handle that case, and I think that would be the appropriate thing, is to make sure that another agency is handling it.
Breed's brother, currently serving a 42-year sentence. Continued excessive heat in parts of Central California. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? Would you notice the 16-year-old boy who got his first job?
Not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters.
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner. I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending Ooma and their all-in-one phone, video, and collaboration solution.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Visit Ooma.com. That's OOMA.com to learn more. Ooma. Smart communications for the smarter business.
It's page one of the local news. Page one is service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the Valley at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. The Brawley City Council met in regular session last night. We visited with Mayor Sam Couchman. He filed this report.
We had some public appearances. Esther Sanchez Banda came in to talk to us about the Hidalgo Society and the City of Brawley's positive efforts as regards adult softball league and the efforts to make the softball fields ready for play. And we got some praise from them, and they're doing a great job in running that. And I think that's a good thing. We all work together cooperatively here in Brawley to try to better the lives of the people here and the things that we do. We also had a presentation regarding the Imperial 9/11 Memorial event and stair climb. And the event will be held on September the 10th of 2022. They are requesting sponsors and participants for the event, which is held at the fairgrounds. And we had a representative from the Sheriff's Department that works with that group. And we also had a representative from the Border Patrol that came in and spoke to us. And they really do need people to get involved in that event. And it's a great event. And it's held at the fairgrounds every year. And we encourage everybody to get involved. And the City of Brawley will be ultimately probably sponsoring that event. Okay, and then we adopted a resolution to adhere to the California Secretary of State Local Government Records Management Guidelines for retention of Brawley governmental records. And this is a requirement that we have to retain certain records and that we can discard certain records depending upon time frames. We have to be very careful about all of that. So we did adopt their guidelines. We approved Brawley Police Policy 709 regarding military equipment inventory and city ordinance in accordance with Assembly Bill 481. And this is regards some of the military equipment that we receive, and some of the equipment that we have on hand is considered military equipment, even though we've had it on hand for many, many years. But we did approve that policy. We approved acceptance of $20,564 Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation grant to purchase 4 Interceptor motor-driven bicycles. Now, we think that will be helpful for the patrols within the city, especially in the downtown area, and also during special events such as our cattle call parade. So those are motor-driven bicycles, and supposedly they are very fast. So we'll see how that works out. We authorized agreement for $50,000 with the STC Traffic Incorporated to prepare roadway safety plan and prepare applications for highway safety improvement program, Cycle 11 funds. Now, we're going to spend $50,000 for that safety plan and the application, and we hope to receive, if we're lucky, we would receive $1.2 million, hopefully, in funding, or approximately that. We could receive less, we might receive more, but certainly we would like to see that happen. We need those funding, as you know, for all those types of things, for roadway repair and all of that. We adopted a resolution authorizing acceptance of funds and execution of a grant agreement with the Federal Aviation Administration for Airport Improvement Program matching grant. This will go to improve and widen the existing runway at our Brawley Municipal Airport. We extended terms of the Planning Commission members, Kevin Hutchinson and George A. Marcus. There was some mix-up on their terms, and so we extended them for another 2 years on the Planning Commission. They've been doing a fine job on the Planning Commission, and we encourage people to apply for those positions as they come open, and we certainly are really dependent upon them to get the job done, and then they do a great job. We gave direction to staff to finalize the proposed purchasing and contracting policy. We've been discussing this for several meetings, and we will have the first reading on August the 2nd, and that's our next meeting. And we gave direction to staff to finalize that proposed with some changes that we had made. We received a written update on current City of Brawley declaration of emergency as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. And cases have been going up slightly, and so we are a little concerned about that. However, it appears that treatments and some of the things of that nature are really, it's not as severe as it was during the worst times of that pandemic. So, but we did get an update on that. And then we went to closed session, and the discussion was regarding the Vertical Bridge Development LLC lawsuit versus the City of Brawley. That's the tower lawsuit. And we got some updates on that, and that was in closed session. And then we adjourned. It was an extremely short meeting, and we're always thankful for short meetings, but we got quite a bit of stuff done during that short period of time.
And that is Brawley Mayor Sam Couchman with a report on last night's Brawley City Council meeting. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve. And the COVID surge continues. George Gale has more.
The latest COVID-19 numbers were released Tuesday morning. Numbers are provided by the County Public Health Department. According to the new numbers, active cases of COVID-19 have increased by over 400 cases since the last report. There are now 1,522 active cases of COVID in Imperial County, as compared to 1,087 cases reported last Thursday. The surge is being attributed to the new subvariant of the virus. Officials say the subvariant is much more contagious than the Omicron variant. The new cases per day per 100,000 population now at 52.30 with a positivity rate of 40.29. CDC says the subvariant is much less severe to those who are vaccinated and boosted. Deaths attributed to the virus are now at 942, an increase of 1 since the previous report. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, a 2-vehicle traffic accident resulted in injuries to 1. The accident reported at about 10:50 yesterday morning at 8th and Broadway in El Centro. According to El Centro Police, a white Nissan Murano was westbound on Broadway when the traffic light changed. The Murano collided with a white SUV that was southbound on 8th Street with a green light. The Murano flipped over, landed on its roof, skidded about 50 feet, struck a curb, and flipped back over onto its wheels. 1 person was transported to El Centro Regional Medical Center for treatment of injuries received in that accident. That's it for page 1 of the local news. Page 2, and a look at the weather coming up next. Page 1, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Remember, Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
It's time to amp up the fun at your San Diego County Ford dealer. The Summer Supercharged Sales Event is here. So stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer today and check out great offers on select Ford vehicles. Then discover how Ford can take your summer to a whole new level. We want your trade. Now get 1.9% APR Ford credit financing for 60 months on a 2022 Ford F-150 truck. During the Summer Supercharged Sales Event, only at your San Diego County Ford dealers and buyfordnow.com. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 1.9% for 60 at $1,748 per month for $1,000 financed regardless of down payment. Not available on Raptor, Tremor, and Lightning. Residency restrictions apply. Offer ends 8/1/22. See dealer for qualifications and complete details.
It's page 2 of the local news and weather, all brought to you by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, 7 a.m. till 3 p.m. And by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, they're open Tuesdays through Saturdays at 4:30. The Imperial Irrigation District has issued a Conserve Alert. The Conserve Alert in effect through Friday due to high temperatures and increased demand on the electric grid. And a woman is found dead. George Gale has more.
The woman was in her vehicle when she was discovered. Vehicle was in the southbound lanes of Highway 111. Clarksville police reported the discovery at around 2:30 Sunday afternoon. Police notified the county sheriff's office, who in turn dispatched the county coroner to the scene. The incident remains under investigation. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, there will be a Salton Sea management update today. The independent review panel evaluating proposals for water importation to the Salton Sea will provide an update and present their latest report in a Zoom meeting between 5:30 and 7 this evening. Information on access to the meeting available at the Salton Sea Authority website. And a murder suspect goes to court. George Gale has more.
34-year-old Stephen George Ambriz was arrested last week. He's accused in the December 2021 fatal shooting of 32-year-old Jordan Schmidt. The suspect was arraigned last Friday. He entered a not guilty plea at the arraignment. Schmidt's body was found in the morning of December 15th, 2021, near Highway 78 and Hobley Road. Both men are Brawley residents. Ambriz is being charged with a first-degree murder and now kidnapping, as well as enhanced allegations of having 2 prior strikes and a convicted felon in possession of a firearm. Suspect was in court yesterday for a preliminary hearing readiness conference and confirmation of counsel. He's in county jail. Ambriz is in county jail with $1 million bail. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And coming up, we'll take a look at the weather.
When you're ready for great home-style cooking, there are 2 locations for the best in the Imperial Valley. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including menudo, liver and onions, and meatloaf. The Town Pump in Westmoreland is open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., specializing in delicious prime ribs, steaks, chicken, salmon, and lobster. So for a great dining experience, visit Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, and the Town Pump in Westmoreland.
The National Weather Service says above normal temperatures will prevail through at least Friday, with high temperatures in the 112 to 115 degree range across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. An excessive heat warning has been issued for portions of the valley for Thursday and Friday. Starting Saturday, moisture will increase across the region, resulting in a return of shower and thunderstorm chances and the start of a cooling trend. 110 the high yesterday, 86 our low. Today will be mostly sunny and hot with a high near 113. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming light and variable this afternoon. Tonight partly cloudy with a low around 86. West wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Those winds will become light and variable as the night goes on. Thursday, mostly sunny and hot with a high near 113. Light and variable wind becoming northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. We have 90 degrees, 63% relative humidity, wind out of the southeast 5 to 10 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather, all brought to you by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, and by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, Imperial Valley's fine dining experience.
Are you tired of all the clutter and junk in your house, your yard, or your business? I've got your answer. Give All Valley Junk Removal a call at 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. Yes, they'll come by and give you a free estimate on removing your junk. They do it all. Commercial junk removal, tenant cleanouts, storage cleanouts, yard cleanouts, and more. Even heavy objects. All you have to do is call All Valley Junk Removal. 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. They work 7 days a week to accommodate you. So call All Valley Junk Removal.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Hard to get excited about an all-star game featuring, some all-stars. And what can I say? The American League won 3-2, 9th straight all-star victory for the junior circuit. And the Baltimore Orioles aimed high with their 13th round draft pick. 7 feet high. The O's selected 7-foot left-hander Jared Beck from St. Leo University with the first round of the round 13 pick. Anyway, if he makes it to the majors, he would be the tallest player in Major League history. Anyway, in football, the New York Giants are bringing back their classic 1980s and 90s uniforms for a pair of legacy games this season. The jerseys will be modernized versions of what the team wore during the franchise's 2 Super Bowls.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, Charlotte Hornets restricted free agent Miles Bridges is facing 3 felony domestic violence charges after being accused of assaulting his girlfriend in front of their 2 children last month. This, according to the Los Angeles County District Attorney. The DA's office filed 1 felony count of injuring a child's parent and 2 felony counts of child abuse under circumstances or conditions likely to cause great bodily injury or death. Bridges is expected to be arraigned today in L.A. County Superior Court. And Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred said he rejects the premise that minor league players are not being paid a living wage, prompting a barrage of criticism a day after the Senate Judiciary Committee, in a letter, inquired about the league's treatment of minor leaguers. When asked whether owners can't afford to pay minor leaguers more or simply choose not to, Manfred said, I kind of reject the premise of the question that minor league players are not paid a living wage. We've made real strides in the last few years in terms of what minor league players are paid, even putting to one side the signing bonuses that many of them have already received. They receive housing, which obviously is another form of compensation. I just reject the premise of the question. I don't know what else to say about that. There. Woo, 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 woo. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan figure printing to the public. Apple has agreed to pay $50 million to settle a class action lawsuit from customers who say they experienced failures related to the so-called butterfly keyboards included for years on certain MacBook laptops. The proposed settlement, which still requires a judge's approval, was indicated in court documents filed Monday in San Jose. The keyboards were initially intended to help slim down laptops and included on MacBooks released from 2015 through 2019. They use a scissor mechanism on the keyboard and, according to consumers, traps too much dust and debris. Meanwhile, Starbucks CEO says there's going to be many more store closings. The workers are seeing firsthand the challenges facing our communities: personal safety, racism, lack of access to health care, a growing mental health crisis, rising drug use, and more. That Starbucks says we're just going to have to close more stores to make them safe. The company is offering active shooter training and other types of training, along with mental health benefits, access to abortion care, clarity around shifts and store policies, and more, according to the letter from the CEO. Green on the big board again, Dow up 82 points. The S&P 500 right now is up 32. The NASDAQ up 192 points. Gold down $2.30 an ounce. Oil off $1.82 a barrel. Buy a barrel today.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
Today will be mostly sunny and hot with a high near 113. An excessive heat warning is in effect through Friday. Look for southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming light and variable this afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 86. West winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. They will become light and variable after midnight. Thursday, mostly sunny and hot with a high again near 113. Light and variable wind becoming northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. 91 degrees, 63% relative humidity. Wind out of the southeast 5 to 10 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you this morning by Southwest Security Services. Did you know they offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro?
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best weeks in town.
Burgers and Beer. What I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu. Everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Steve Kathan. Millions of us are trying to beat the heat.
Bring water with you, electrolytes, shades, cover your head.
Triple-digit heat drags on for another day in the plains and southwest. In the east, temperatures will creep into the mid-90s in a lot of places. In Philadelphia, forecasters say it'll hit 97 today.
One of the most popular spots in the city for those looking to get a workout in is the front of the Philadelphia Museum of Art, the Rocky Steps, which is no walk in the park when it's so brutally hot out.
Throughout the year, it's a challenge. The heat makes it extra challenging.
It's really difficult, tough to breathe. The humidity so thick.
Temperatures in the 90s with a triple-digit feel, and many here are taking the advice from health experts seriously.
Drink plenty of fluids and make sure you have electrolyte replacements.
For those without air conditioning in Philly, there are cooling centers around the city and splash parks for those who need a cool soak. Tim Jimenez for CBS News, Philadelphia.
Overseas, officials in Spain blame more than 500 deaths on the heat wave baking Europe. CBS's Ed O'Keefe says we'll hear later today from President Biden, who will announce new action on climate change.
He's going to tout the offshore wind industry, very popular there in New England as they're building windmills off the coast of Massachusetts. And he's also going to talk about boosting federal aid for communities trying to fight the heat.
There's a call for a federal investigation into Jalen Walker's shooting death in Akron, Ohio. The black man was shot or grazed 46 times by police. Family attorney Bobby DiCello.
We join the NAACP in its request, issued by President Derek Johnson, to have the Department of Justice get involved in this important legal matter.
Back in court for Steve Bannon, CBS's Scott McFarlane is covering his contempt of Congress trial.
For a second day here at the federal courthouse in Washington, the Justice Department will question a January 6 committee staffer who yesterday said the subpoena issued to former Trump chief strategist Steve Bannon was not optional. The date was certain, and that Bannon defied the committee, impacting the committee's urgent work to investigate the attack.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin today pledging additional American military support for Ukraine.
It will include 4 more HIMARS advanced rocket systems, which the Ukrainians have been using so effectively and which have made such a difference on the battlefield.
European Union's proposing member states cut natural gas use by 15%, bracing for a possible full shutoff of Russian supplies. The Dow's up 54 points. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Did you book the Townsend's 10th anniversary ticket?
Alona's travel agency is overbooked and experiencing delays. She needs to land a new project manager to clear her business's runways.
Yes, Mrs. O'Hara, we checked. Pygmy goats do not count as emotional support animals.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by interviewing on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations, so you get the product you're looking for. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger are the ones who get it done.
A legendary singer is now a comic book hero.
Tidal Wave Comics released the latest edition to its popular Female Force comic book series today, and it features Stevie Nicks.
Just like the wind dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing.
The Grammy-winning singer was named the reigning queen of rock and roll by Rolling Stone and one of the 100 greatest songwriters of all time. Nicks has also been honored by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. The Female Force series focuses on women who've made an impact around the world. It's featured women from Dolly Parton and Cher to Betty White, Gloria Steinem, and Michelle Obama. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
The site World's 50 Best is out with the Globe's top restaurants. Spain with the most in the top 10 with 3. Number 1 from Denmark, Geranium in Copenhagen, place that serves a 20-course meal over 3 hours. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Buckley.
You're the talk of the town.